Looky who, Camila Banus, Lamon Archey. We're here at Day of Days 2017. So Camila, another hot guy you have to work with. I feel so bad for her. Do you feel bad for her? If you know the guys that she works with on this show, and then he comes in, what's with this? Camila.
I know I have a very difficult job. I know that a lot of people would never want to be in my position. I mean, of course not. It's just really a lot of work. But, when you got people like this.
Lamon.
No, it's amazing. I mean, I get to work with hot guys all the time. I mean, no, apart from them being hot, which is true, they're very sweet and very kind. So that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. So you come to Days of Our Lives. You find out you're going to be related to the Hortons. So yep. And then she's there, Camila. And when you first met her, you went, what do you think?
Oh my God. Who's that? They were like, oh, that's going to be your new love interest. I was like, oh, let me run down the hall, give high fives to everybody. Giving high fives, like, what's that dude problem?
When you came on the show, it was a lovely scene where you're sitting with the Horton family at Horton Square and you're learning like who everybody is.
Meet
and you're
the
finding
Hortons.
Meet the Hortons.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really a lovely scene that you played. It was really nice. It was just like, and you're my sister's grandma, and you're figuring out how was it to be integrated into that whole situation and,
Just as confusing for me as it was for Eli. Yeah. I still to this day don't know who's who.
Yeah.
I just found out a couple of days ago that I'm actually related to Ariana. She's like my cousin.
Right, because Will's the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
me.
no, not to you. Yeah, not to you. But I mean, literally, I feel like I'm continuously finding out new people that I'm related to on the show.
Right.
It's going to keep happening.
Yeah. Yeah, just wait. And how was working with Susan Seaforth?
I love working with Susan. She is a firecracker.
Yeah.
A firecracker. She's not only is she someone that could, take you under her wing and show you the ropes, but she's also someone that can put your butt in your place too.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
She's done it to all of us. I mean, one of the prime examples I remember is we did a scene where Nick was dying.
I remember in the Horton Town Square.
Yeah, she was on his body bleeding, and there was a couple people that weren't paying attention, and she had to tell us, "I need you guys to look at me when I'm talking because that's what people do,"
And you're like,
And we're all like, "Yes, ma'am."
Yes, ma'am.
you don't mess with that.
Like right now.
Yeah. Didn't you murder Nick? Gabi murdered.
I murdered Nick.
Yeah,
Yep.
we did that. Yeah.
But she knew. That's why she hates me.
So how is it having Chandler back on the show? And obviously, as time plays out, we'll see how that all goes. But Ariana gets her daddy back, and
Ariana kind of doesn't get her daddy back. He comes back, and right now it's airing that he has amnesia.
he doesn't know who he is.
Right. And that is what's really troubling because you have this kind of ghost character that is gone, is dead. And everybody has somebody that's passed away. And everybody has those feelings that they're like, they wish they could be back even for a minute, even for a second, even for a hug, even for a kiss. Imagine that person coming back and not wanting to give you a kiss because they don't know who you are. Not wanting to give you a hug or even a wave because they don't know who you are. So it's essentially like the best thing ever happened, but it's the worst thing ever because it's a different person. Completely.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. So for Ari, it's really hard because she doesn't really have her dad, but he's there physically, so she doesn't understand why he's not being her dad. So it's tough, and it's the Salem way. If you don't have the drama, then we can't do it.
How does Gabi feel, though, about the situation?
She has no control. She can't force him to remember, and as much as she may want to try, there are going to be scenes where she will try to insinuate some sort of relationship, or do you remember this, or do you remember? And she's going to come to hit walls as she realizes that are just not going to happen when she does it. It's going to happen organically.
Yeah. There are big scenes coming up. The fans are starting to air that just aired, and Monday and Tuesday where Theo gets shot.
Yeah.
And this Eli is integral, and he becomes involved in this and the investigation. And
So
there's a
many people.
lot of conflict and I think it's such an interesting story to tell, especially in the time we live. An important story. And Eli is one of the people that's like, hey, why did this happen?
Yeah, it's something that we're having to deal with a lot in this day and age and throughout the past, but I think it's coming to the forefront more so now because of social media and cameras and everything. We're actually able to see it with our own eyes and have it documented, and not only that, but we're also able to see what the outcome to all of this is and feel like it's not being justified. So I think this storyline, not only does it involve a lot of the characters in Salem, but I think it's also going to split a lot of people. And when I say split, you'll have people who will feel this way, and you'll have people who will feel this way. And I think both divides will be strongly, they will feel strongly favored, and they'll really believe wholeheartedly in their truth.
Conviction in their truth.
Yeah, yep.
And he is is FBI, right?
Yep.
So
well, actually, Salem
you're back to
PD.
Salem PD.
Salem PD.
Excuse me. Yes,
Yeah.
it's hard. A lot of they switch around a lot.
Yeah.
It's a problem. Yeah.
Exactly.
So he's gonna is his goal then to get to the truth of what happened, or where is he? Because we know what happened. But.
Yeah, I think we all know what happened. I think, Eli just has in his mind how things are in life, and I think he sees it that way. And, there's a strong scene between Camila and I that we have that really just airs all that out, which, to be honest, some of it was cut. But and we talked about it, and we were hoping that a lot of it didn't get cut, but it did. And I think that's a real strong scene, a real powerful scene that
It still delivers the message we wanted to. I
Right.
think not in a super pushy way, but in a way that people will
Like not shoving it
understand.
down the audience throat,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So coming up for her, what does she want out of her life at this point?
I would say she wants stability.
But then she also has got the company she wants to.
Yeah, that's something that she's been pushing for a long time. Make it better for her life, make her life better for her and her baby, something that she's going to be financially stable. So you're going to start to see Gabi chic come to fruition. You're going to see it come to life and really flourish in a beautiful way. And then you're going to see her demise. Because when you get to the top of a mountain, what ends up happening? You have to go down. So, I'm going to get to a nice top of my mountain, and I'm going to have somebody to support me there. But then everything's going to go Salem.
That is the best tagline. Everything goes Salem. There you have it. Well, thank you, Camila.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lamon.
Thank you.
And watch them weekdays on NBC on Days of Our Lives.